Coming to you from the international headquarters of ScottieDTV, but I was down visiting my friends at Concept One Pulley Systems and attending the Auto Crusade car show, and I came across this very cool 1973 Pontiac Trans Am I think y'all are going to like. Let me get the camera turned around, we'll take a quick look at it. Jim, how are you, brother?
Hey, I'm doing great, Scotty. Thanks for being here.
Dude, thanks for having me out here. You've got some really cool cars in your collection.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, they're all things that I dream of.
Right on. No, and I think everybody in my generation loves Trans Ams. This one isn't done as high as the level as the truck, but this one is built for purpose.
Well, the tag sort of says it all. It says Track TA.
Right on.
And so this thing is ready to drive to the supermarket, drive around an autocross course, or go do a hot lap at Road Atlanta, if you want to do that.
You can drive it on the street?
It's street legal, it's tagged, it's titled, it's insured.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, you know, I think that you and I have talked before. You know, I come from a racing background, a hot rod background, and what I wanted to build was a Camaro or a Pontiac Firebird or a Trans Am, and just happened to get a good Trans Am and worked on that. So what we did, I took the car to Brian Finch, if you know Brian,
right,
and he put a Detroit Speed suspension under the front and the back. Then he did a complete roll cage because I like safety,
sure,
you know, like that. Then I took the car back to my shop and I did the custom engine. It's got an LS3, puts out 400 pound-feet of torque to the rear tires. Could be more,
right,
but it's drivable,
right,
you know. And so I did that and the rear end and put all the suspension in and everything. And then I took it to my shop that did the truck, and they did the paint and some wiring on it for me.
Oh. And so, I mean, when you got out of the other racing, then you kind of got into autocross, or?
Well, I got into hot rods before I got into autocross, because right, I got into hot rods back in the 1990s.
Right.
And they didn't do, you know, they didn't do this back then. They
right,
didn't do the autocross. That was back when Brian's, is it Stilo?
Yeah.
Started doing the what do they call it, the custom cars for the street. And so, you know, I sort of started along that line too, and then everything starts out to where you want to do more and more competition. The autocross starts, good guys, Billy Howell did a bunch of things, and, you know, it's just a fun get together with a lot of friends.
Yeah, no, I stop by and visit those guys all the time because they're always having a good time.
We really
this
do.
Thing's got a full interior in it and everything.
It does. We've got, you know, full, well, first off, you see the roll cage in there too, but it's got custom seats. I actually did the seats with Scat. Yeah. Instead, everybody does, you know, the Recaro and others like that, but the Scat seats were really good. You know, they did the things that I needed to do. I've got a 5-point harness in the thing, so, yeah, that's right, 5 points. So, you know, you're in there tight.
Right.
You've got plenty of lateral support, and you're ready to go autocross.
Right on. You enjoy that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm just, I'm a speed freak, but not on the highways.
Right. Yeah. Safely.
Yeah. Safely. Yeah. Absolutely. When you build an autocross, a car that can autocross or go down a racetrack, you have the basic components in there. You've got the power that you need, but you also have the braking systems. You've got these good braking discs, and on this particular car, we've got the bare brakes front and back. We've got 6-piston front, 4-piston back, 13-inch, I think it's 13-inch disc,
right, and
it'll stop on a dime.
I would think. What size tires do you run on it?
We're running the 315s on the front and 335s on the back.
All right.
And we're running 18-inch wheels. The wheels are Forge Line.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. The people at Forge Line are just wonderful to work with, and it's an interesting thing about the car itself. People come up and go, I don't believe you do that with this car.
Right.
And I say, yes, I do.
Right.
And they also come up and say, where did you get those wheels?
Yeah.
You know, and that's the other thing. The wheels are gray centers.
Right.
And that's the only color on the car except black.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing the car up back in the autocross parking lot and thinking to myself, what is this car doing back here? You know, and it took a little while to get it run down, but I'm glad I got a chance to shoot it.
I'm glad you did too. Any other questions?
No, brother, I appreciate you letting me come out today, though.
Well, thank you very much. Glad to have you. Come again.
So there you go, one very cool 1973 Pontiac Trans Am. Hope you all have enjoyed it. See ya!
slick out there.
Hey y'all, make sure you subscribe to this channel and visit ScottieDTV.com for an easy way to search the hundreds of videos I have posted. Either click the link in the description or the one at the end of this video.